What is up, everyone? It's Austin, and the time has officially come where we start up another game collecting series. I think it's been close to a year since we last done our Nintendo series, and now I'm more ready than ever to go out and do some more video game hunting, thrifting, going to pawn shops, flea markets, all that good stuff. I'm just gonna jump right into it. For this year, we're aiming to collect as many PlayStation games as we can. That's gonna be our main goal. Of course, I'm gonna have sub goals throughout this whole year, but we're gonna be doing a $10 PlayStation collection challenge. I'll be starting off with a $10 bill, and I will be buying stuff at thrift stores, flea markets, pawn shops, picking stuff up to flip, to build up a huge game fund, and then we're gonna use those game funds to build up a huge PlayStation collection, whether it be PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I actually did not grow up playing a lot of PlayStation. I was a big Nintendo and Xbox guy, so there's gonna be a lot of new titles that I've never seen before, and a lot of games that I'm excited to just learn about and discover. It's gonna be the same concept as the previous series that I've done. If you haven't seen the $10 game collection and Nintendo collection, go and check those out first. It's a ton of fun. I'm gonna mainly just stick to thrift stores, pawn shops, flea markets, yard sales. I'm gonna try to stay off Facebook Marketplace. And we're also only going to be selling on eBay. When I do pick up stuff, I've got a whole empty shelf right here where I'll be displaying all my games for the PlayStation collection. There's been so much that has happened over the past year that I would like to discuss with you guys. As you guys can see, I moved and now I'm in a new location. But I'm not going to waste any more of your guys' time. Let's just jump into the series and see what we find.
Made our way to a Goodwill store, and this is a great place to find some cheaper items, especially starting off with our series. And gonna see if we can't find any games. I don't know if we're gonna be able to add anything to our collection just yet, but let's see what we got up here. We got pretty much nothing so far. I see a Wii Fit game. It's always good to check these cases to make sure there's nothing else hidden in here. This game doesn't seem to have anything. I got Assassin's Creed 3. I always find this on the PlayStation 3. It always surprises me. It comes with 4 exclusive single-player missions. One thing I'm gonna have to debate on is if I want to grab like complete series of these type of games on the PlayStation 3. I know I've picked up these games so often in the past, but the fun part is just finding these games for a low price. Got a couple of Kinect Adventures, and I remember when the Kinect first released, it was a huge thing. I think they were trying to compete with like the Wii, but yeah, eventually it just kind of died down. Some SingStar games, and then an NCAA Football 2005. So it looks like there's no games here, but I'm scanning some Blu-rays and I do see some great ones. Check out this Lego movie. I've never seen this one, but heard great things about it. What is this? There's actually 2 Blu-rays that I spotted at. I think I'm gonna pick up. First one is this Shrek 3D, the complete collection. You can find like these complete collections for cheap. They usually tend to hold some value. The cool thing about this is it's all 4 movies. I didn't even know they made 4 movies, and they're all in 3D. I believe 3D is kind of making a comeback, but who knows? I never watch movies in 3D. It just makes me dizzy. But yeah, you can see all 4 discs in here. I remember Shrek 2 being a really good one. Same with Shrek 1. This would be just a great one just to have in my collection and for me to just watch at home. But we'll see how much it values for. And then the second movie is one that is absolutely crazy. One of the craziest finds, and a great one to find to start off this series. We got this Pokemon 4 movie collection. Is this legit? I need to make sure this is not like a reprint or anything like that. But if this is legit, then we can take a look at the disc as well. And this looks good to me. Let's check the condition. And as you can see, really nice. So I've seen most of these Pokemon Heroes. I remember seeing Latios, Celebi, and Suicune. The Jirachi one, I don't remember. Same with this Destiny of actually, I have seen the Deoxys movie. But guys, this is an insane find. I scanned this one up and it does go for like $100 to $200. This is a very rare one, and yeah, my series could not have started any better way than finding this. I'm gonna be tempted to keep this one too. Let's just see if we can find anything else. This Goodwill just has tons and tons of DVDs, and if you have the time, you can scan up everything. I'm sure you can find something with some value, but I usually don't really spend too much time looking at DVDs. They have a bunch of like big box collections as well, but yeah, you guys let me know if anything here is worth it. Maybe this Everyone Loves Raymond. I don't know if you buy all the seasons and bundle them up, could be worth something. Same with this Office season 2. I do spend some time looking through board games and card games as well. I'm mostly just looking for sealed ones, but yeah, some of this stuff does hold some value. Funkoverse strategy game. I know this board game in particular didn't do too well, but I haven't seen this Harry Potter one before. And then over here I spotted a strange Super Mario Hover Shell Strike game. Looks like air hockey or something like that. Interesting. And I'm not really seeing much else here, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and grab these 2 Blu-rays and see how much it costs. Hello.
Hello.
I just got 2 Blu-rays.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So it's $6.47. And would you like to run?
We're back in the car and we paid around $6.50 for both of these. Guys, I rarely find Blu-rays this high in value. This is a very uncommon thing, so yeah, I'm just gonna take it when I can. I don't expect to find stuff like this all the time, but yeah, what a great way to start off our series.
Back in the game room, and guys, we started off with a bang. Picked up 2 Blu-ray movies from that Goodwill. The first one is this Shrek Collection 3D. Again, I'm not sure if 3D movies are going up in value, but these are the first items we'll be adding to our collection, and we'll mostly be flipping these. I would love to keep this one though. This is a really nice collection for sure. And then the second item we found was this Pokemon 4 movie collection. This is such a cool pickup for sure. I'm not super attached to these 4 movies. These are some of the newer ones. I'm more attached to like the older ones, like Pokemon the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, the Legendary Birds movies. So I have no problem just putting this up on eBay and hoping that these sell quick so we can build up our game fund. I think we only got like $3 right now. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and throw these up on the shelf right now. And this is how we're starting the series off. So I'll catch up to you guys in a little bit and wait for these to sell.
Decided to make another quick visit at a Goodwill, and we got some music blasting right here. Hopefully it's not too loud. Don't really have much funds as of right now. Nothing is sold yet, none of the Blu-rays. But here in the game section, I did spot something. Got a couple Wii games and Connect Adventures. But hidden right here, got a Wii Sports Resort. Not in the greatest condition, got some scratches. Inside's a bit dirty too, but you got the game right here. Go ahead and take that out for you guys. A couple of scratches, but I think it's not too bad. It's awesome that you still can find a Wii Sports Resorts at a Goodwill. They don't send it off to the online shops, or maybe they just missed this one because it was in a little dirty condition, but should be able to clean up really well. And I think games and media is around $2 to $3 here. So we should have just enough funds for this pickup. Other than that, there really isn't much Blu-rays at this Goodwill. A lot of DVDs and boxed sets items. Heroes, season 1 and 2. We also got some VHS tapes up here. A bunch of Disney ones. I'm not sure if any of these hold any value, but yeah, some of them I've never seen before. Thornbirds, Schindler's List, Sound of Music. Some classic movies for sure.
Alright. 215 is your total.
We are here at our game showcase and we now have 3 items. We do have an update as well. Unfortunately, we have not been able to sell any of the Blu-rays, but we'll have to be more patient with those, I guess. But we just grabbed this Wii Sports Resorts. I did test it out and it does seem to be working. I threw it up on eBay for $32 and it sold instantly. This game is just selling constantly all day on eBay. I will also leave a link in the description below of my eBay page. It's just Austin's $10, the same one I've been using for like the past 3 years. But yeah, it's great for this to be our first item we flip. We definitely need some funds. We're gonna have to pay for shipping and fees, so after all of that, we're gonna be able to add this much back to our game fund. Alright, we're checking out Savers this week, and I'm currently in the media section. I've already spent some time looking at DVDs and movies and really didn't find too much, so this is going to be a pretty quick stop. They got a huge section of Blu-rays up here, all at around $4 a piece. A couple interesting ones. This Atomic Blonde is sealed, and then you got a Planes movie sealed. I haven't seen that, a Disney movie, along with this Grinch. There were a couple movies on this side that I wanted to grab. I even got a Black Panther sealed. But the first one is going to be this Sparkle Dreamgirls combo pack. Usually these combo packs tend to hold a little bit more value. I haven't seen these movies, and they got it for $4 again. There isn't very much listings on eBay, and like very few sold. So this would definitely be taking a chance on this. And then the second movie is going to be the Sister Act combo pack, and this actually values for like $30-ish. But unfortunately it's missing a DVD disc. I could take a chance on this Blu-ray as well. I think the Blu-ray is the more desirable of the two, and try listing it for half of it, so around 15 to 20. But it'll be a good experiment, see if it does end up working. Other than that, I did see this Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, huge Blu-ray set. It's got like 4 discs in here. Unfortunately, Savers does not have a huge selection of video games, and they price them at a very high point. So they're all marked at $9. You even got a PS5 game here still. This Beatles Rock Band, is this one even worth picking up nowadays? Not sure. And then a couple more games over here. Advanced Warfare. I think this is like the wrong disc too. Yeah, this Greatest Showman. This Monopoly Street is an interesting one. It does hold some value, but again, at $9, it's not worth picking up. Just gonna do a quick scan of the shoe section. They actually had a couple games up front in the glass case too, but it just wasn't worth picking up. A bunch of DS and 3DS games, all at around $9 too. Alright, so I did sign up for their rewards, and they sent like a $2 coupon, and they're having a sale on books and media. So brought my total down to only $3.89. Gotta take advantage of these sales. So yeah, great purchase at this spot. We're checking out a Salvation Army now, and I think this is a great place to find some cheaper items from the prices that I'm seeing. I'm seeing stuff priced at around $2 to $3, and they got a really small media section. I believe this is all they have. No Blu-rays, unfortunately, but right up here I saw a bunch of Mad Men DVDs, box sets sealed. Still haven't seen this show yet, but heard some really good things. These are marked at around $5 each, and I think I'm gonna pass on it because yeah, it just doesn't really hold too much value. But down here I did find some stuff that I could potentially pick up. There are some games, some PlayStation 2 games that I could possibly add to my collection, and these are all $2 a piece. We got Cabela's Dangerous Hunt. I believe this is the first Cabela's Dangerous Hunt game that released. I didn't play too much of these, but I remember, playing a little bit of it, and just seeing how immersive I guess it was for like a hunting game. An easy pickup. And then we just got some racing games. Got a NASCAR Total Team Control game. I have never played a NASCAR game. I know some of these could hold some value on the PS2, but probably not these. And then NASCAR Thunder. I think this is a more popular NASCAR game. We also have this NHRA drag racing game, which I had never seen before. This one is missing a manual, so I think I'm gonna pass on that. So we'll have, what, $6 for these 3 games. I did also find this anime collection, a 3 series collection, Ultraviolet, Kurozuka, and Viper's Creed. Brand new and sealed. Never heard of any of these. These may be some more older ones, 2008. But for $2, it could be a pickup too. I think very few sold listings in brand new condition for around like 10 to 15 bucks. So yeah, we might take a chance on that. I always like to check out the office section, and we got some supplies over here. But right off the bat, we got a TI-83 calculator, and it's got the cover and everything, not in the greatest condition. It's always a risk getting these, but I haven't found any of these that didn't work before. Let's take a look at the battery compartment, and no corrosion on here, so it's not bad. Sold as is, and they got it marked at $8. If it does work, I think this thing sells for around like 25 to 30 bucks, and it goes pretty quick, so I think because of that it might be worth it. But again, you gotta go home and test it out. We'll hang on to this for now. I actually found a good amount of stuff here already. Let's do card.
Oh, okay. Okay, so then that's the day I have to remind myself. Yeah, you're always on Friday. Yeah.
We made our way back to the game showcase, and I started putting some stuff on our shelf. We're filling up a whole row. We're actually starting to build quite the Blu-ray collection. I got a couple of PlayStation 2 games already. Our funds are getting low, but we do have some updates. Sold a couple items. The first thing we sold is this Sister Act and Sister Act 2 on Blu-ray. This one sold surprisingly fast. As mentioned before, it's missing the DVD disc and only the Blu-ray, but still sold for $18.50. I guess this is a pretty popular one by the fact that it sold so quick. Really happy with this pickup because we paid like, what, $3-4 for both of these Blu-rays. And then the second item we sold is actually this calculator. I knew this one was gonna sell very quick, and this one sold for $26. Should be a quick double up for this one. Let's get these 2 packaged and shipped. After eBay fees and shipping, this is how much we'll get to add back to our game fund. I was just kind of checking out some media stores around town and stumbled upon this place called Cheapo Records. Mostly, you know, music, records, CDs, but they do sell some movies, some Blu-rays, some video games, and I just want to show you guys some cool stuff that I was able to find here. Over here, they got some Blu-ray new arrivals, so just gonna kind of scan through some of this with you guys. There are some movies in particular that I am looking for, but they even got some 4K movies right here. This is cool, a collector's edition for this 007, Patriots Day. 4K Blu-rays, $5 for this Justice League, and then Shazam. But moving on over here, oh, I didn't even see this, Ip Man Trilogy. I actually have not seen these. I've seen like parts of them, but 4 movies for $10? I should probably check this and see if this is holds any value or anything like that. We also have this Die Hard movie collection for 20. But over here I found this Kill Bill movie. I've actually been watching a bunch of Quentin Tarantino movies, huge fan of his movies, and I haven't seen the Kill Bill movies and was looking for this one on Blu-ray. So at what, $7? I might pick it up just for my personal collection. I'm not going to include it in the game collection. And then we got some interesting stuff over here too. I found this Resident Evil Damnation. I've actually been playing all of the Resident Evil games recently. I've played 2, 3, and currently playing 4 remake. So making my way through all the games. This is something I've never seen before. An original CG motion picture. $5 though, could be an easy pickup. And then this one right here, this Fantastic Four double feature for $6. I've had a feeling this one held some value because it's got Fantastic Four and Rise of the Silver Surfer. Scan it up and it does go for around 25 to 30. So at $6, I think we're gonna pick this up for the collection and possibly try flipping it. I still have a ton to look through. They do have some video games as well, so I'll spend some time looking at that too. So they just got a really small game section and nothing too crazy here, but I'm just gonna be looking for some games that I've never owned before, never played, never seen before, and some more obscure titles. Probably some lower end ones. We have some PS4 games right here. This Kobe Bryant looks awesome. For the PlayStation 2, I've actually found a couple that I could pick up. 007 for $6. I saw this X Squad game. Never seen this one before. So, yeah, developed by EA as well. And then over here we got Katamari Reroll, sealed for 20. Feel like that's not too bad. We got a roller coaster theme park game. $4. I might pass on that. Whoa, this one's actually sealed. This Cabela's Dangerous Hunt for $8. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Legend of Jack Sparrow. And then over here, actually, I saw this Robin Hood, Defender of the Crown, developed by Capcom. I think I'm gonna pick this one up, but it looks to be a strange game. And we got some PS3 games here too. This Turning Point Fall of Liberty. I think I've seen this one before.
We're back at the game showcase, and that just about does it for this week's episode. I don't really have anything too crazy to go over. I think we had a really strong start for our first episode, and really excited to see what else we find throughout this whole year. Got a couple Blu-rays. I still need to put this one up on eBay, but really cool double feature. This Pokemon was definitely the highlight of this episode, literally the first place I went to. We were even able to pick up some PlayStation 2 games. Nothing too special with these NASCARs. Again, I might just pick up a couple more, bundle them up, and try to see if I can sell them on eBay, along with this Dangerous Hunt. But this Robin Hood Defender of the Crown game is awesome, developed by Capcom, and I don't really know too much about the story of Robin Hood, but I love, the medieval fantasy setting of games. This has some great voice acting and cutscenes. Pretty sure it has a good story. I saw some gameplay and it kind of reminds me of like a PC style game, a little bit of strategy, some sword combat. But I had just never seen this game before, so glad to be able to add it to our collection. But that just about does it for this week's episode. Hope you guys are as excited as me for this game hunting journey for this year. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and I'll see you all on the next one.